picking up on the tariffs issue, President Trump has written to a number of economies, not Australia at this stage, with fresh rates of tariffs being negotiated, targeting in particular countries like Japan and South Korea. I get a sense of how that could impact Australia, and we've also had a Productivity Commission report suggesting that there's another 300 odd nuisance tariffs that Australia itself could get rid of. Is that something you look at?
Yeah. Well, a couple of things about that in your question, Claire. First of all, there's no change to the US approach to Australia. We're still subject to the lowest baseline rate, which is the 10%. Yeah, we've made it very clear that we think these tariffs are bad for the US, bad for Australia, and bad for the global economy. And whether it's our key trading partners, Korea, Japan, and elsewhere, one of the things that we are most concerned about, in addition to the impact on our own workers and industries and employers, is the impact on global demand more broadly. And so that's why we've been, I think, at every opportunity making the case that these tariffs are unjustified, they should be removed in line with our free trade agreement, and that these tariffs, these reciprocal tariffs, should be zero. We've made our view very clear. Now, where that links to the work released by the Productivity Commission in the last day or so is whether it's the Productivity Commission's work or the Treasury's modelling. You know, we are well placed, better placed and better prepared than most countries to deal with the uncertainty that comes from these tariff decisions, partly because we have the lowest rate, but also because we've got a lot of advantages in a world where people are looking for new places to invest, or they're looking for more reliable, more robust supply chains. And so I think the PC report really goes to that, these tariffs are a bad development for the global economy and for Australia, but there's opportunity in that for us as well. And when it comes to the nuisance tariffs, I was really pleased to see the PC acknowledge that we have undertaken the biggest unilateral tariff reform in 2 decades. We abolished almost 500 nuisance tariffs to get compliance costs down for business and to make sure the system works more efficiently and more effectively. Of course, the PC is going to argue that we go further and faster, and I think people know how I come at these sorts of questions. I'm very enthusiastic about knocking off these nuisance tariffs where we can do that, and that's why I've already knocked off almost 500 of them. Pleased to see it recognised, pleased to see them urging us to go further and faster. There are a whole range of considerations tied up in that. That work is ongoing, but a good contribution to the debate.